Light cannot exist without dark.
The Holy Soul returns, Bright. As the heir of light, Bright's once sought after the truth of the world and mastered several combat styles as he traveled the land. When encountering an opponent, Bright has always been fearless and active on the attack. Enemies who remain close to him are often left dead. When Bright is in danger, he can also instantly transform to escape death and then use his battle skills to turn the situation around and win. Passive. Bright will switch between melee and ranged attacks according to the attack range. When using ranged attacks, each normal attack will apply 1 stack of Revelation of Light to the enemy up to 5 stacks. When using melee attacks, each normal attack will deal physical damage. Melee attacks against enemies inflicted with Revelation of Light will deal additional true damage. The more the stacks, the higher the damage. Skill 1. Bright launches a projectile towards the target direction, dealing 2 separate instances of damage, during which he can move to the target location. Enemies who are hit by these 2 attacks will take additional damage and will be briefly stunned and gain 1 stack of Revelation of Light. Enemies hit by the skill will briefly reveal themselves and be marked with Verdict, lasting 5 seconds. After hitting an enemy with the skill, Bright slightly increases his movement speed. Skill 2. Bright charges at the enemy and deals physical damage to them. After charging to the enemy's side, Bright's next 3 normal attacks gain an attack speed bonus, and he restores a small amount of HP. When the enemy is marked with Verdict, Bright will consume the mark and reduce Skill 2's cooldown by half. When an enemy hero is slain by Bright, the cooldown of Skill 2 will be instantly reset. Skill 3. Bright is unable to use Skill 1 when transformed, and all damage taken in the first 3 seconds after transformation will have their damage calculation delayed. If the source of the damage is killed, then that target's damage is nullified. During the skill duration, Bright's ranged normal attacks will have penetration effects and will stack Revelation of Light on all enemies hit. During the skill duration, the melee normal attack range is increased. During the skill duration, when using melee attacks against enemies marked with Revelation of Light, the true damage dealt will be increased. Bright is an assassin-type hero with physical damage, specializing in finishing off enemies in the mid to later stage of a team fight. In the early stage, Bright will focus on his development and find chances to assist teammates in lanes. During this period, Bright will act as a damage top-off character. If he can use Skill 1 to trap an enemy with proper prediction, he can use Skill 2 to close the gaps between them, following up with normal attacks to deal massive damage. When facing pursuit from the enemy, Bright can make use of the terrain and Skill 1 to increase their gap. In team fights in the mid to later stage of the game, as Bright has no counters against control abilities, proper timing of his entry is important. If Bright wants to deal massive damage, he often needs to make full use of his normal attacks on the edges of the team fights to activate his passive, then use Skill 1 with his ultimate, and Skill 2 to rush an enemy into melee range quickly to end the fight. When facing enemies with control abilities, Bright can go straight into Skill 2 and his ultimate to finish off wounded heroes on the enemy side, and then use Skill 1 to exit the battle quickly, and thus increasing his survival rate. Of course, Bright is a hero that is dependent on reaction time. Fine-tuning his playstyle according to the ever-changing battlefield is one of the conditions for Bright to win.